I know I'm acting stupid, but being dumb. I be just a little bit foolish, but I feel so young.
I'm getting ready to cut open the roll of aluminum, the 24 T3 all clad I got, which is the new aluminum that comes inside of the Airstreams today. And I'm scared. That's scary. What's up? We are on day 2 of the aluminum rollout. I've had my coffee, I brushed my teeth, I've done a little bit of morning meditation, I checked out the flowers, and we're ready to roll. So we're gonna lay the old skins out, or I am, and I'm gonna show you all, and I'm gonna trace them and then cut them out. And I know I say this almost every time I get to a new place in the Airstream, but I'm super excited. You know, you research and you plan and you save and you budget and then you purchase, and then sometimes this stuff sits around for a while, and it's good to see it moving, good to see it being applied and being used, to see where your money's going. So it's, you know, this is a big investment, and that's sort of how this whole project has been. Is it's an investment, and not only financially, but you know, emotionally. Time is probably my most valuable thing that I have. I have a lot of time invested into this stuff and research over, you know, a year and a half or so. Probably about a year and a half of just planning and plotting. And you get to these points, you're like, man, how am I ever going to afford that? You know, last year when I was looking up, you know, 24 T3 all clad aluminum for Airstreams, it was like $550 a roll, and I'm looking at this giant picture like, I don't know how I'm going to afford this stuff. And then, you know, you just, over time, you just gather it, and you know, you cut corners other places and eating out and having fun, and you really hunker down and do your best to budget and you know, buy certain things when you have the money and the time's right. And sometimes they sit. Not too long ago, when I was looking this stuff up, thinking, you know, I might have to go with another option because I don't know if I can afford that. And you know, and here we are. Because I was acted more responsibly than I normally do, you know, I was able to get what I truly wanted and do it right. So with all that being said, I hope that's a little, you know, inspiring to some of you all. And when I talk to people about these things, they get the big giant totaled number and they just get discouraged. And you just really can't think like that. You got to think per project, really. And what makes you happy. You know, if you want to go all out and do it really nice, if you don't need all out and really nice, and that's fine too. You know, whatever, as long as you're following your goal or your dream. Here's the first piece attempted with the all clad. Went ahead and cut them out shorter pieces and brought them to the table so they'd be more manageable. And what I had to do was use a Dremel to cut the radiuses. I was going to attempt to do it with metal shears, and just as I thought, it was going to be a little too work the metal too much, basically. This is a little before and after of the piece that I showed you. The older ones came with the laminate on them, there's aluminum underneath it. I did not want to peel it and deal with 1,000 holes, and there were speaker holes and stuff in it that I won't be utilizing. So the newer models use this really high-end 24 T3 all-clad aluminum. It's basically Aerocraft aluminum, and that's what I went with. So there's the new piece, there's the old piece. We're back in the Airstream. I have my new piece under the old piece. I have to be very, very mindful of which holes I actually need on this. One of the whole reasons why I replaced it, because the build out was completely different. It wasn't completely different, but it had 2 beds on the sides and the back, and there was all sorts of stuff, but we don't want that. Hence why I went ahead and got all new aluminum. So what I have here to help me is a rivet spacing tool, so you can get them all in the exact order. It's got measurements on the back on how far away you are. You can kind of sort of keep everything nice and buttoned up with that. I have a punch. I have some Klecos. I have my drill with the new drill bit in it. I went ahead and drilled a start hole. Put a Kleco in there and make sure it stays into place and my pieces aren't sliding around. Now the very first thing I can tell is it looks like they do have some sort of lines marked where some of the stuff will be hidden and some of the stuff is exposed, and for the most part the holes are all pretty straight. And I'm not going to reinvent the wheel on this thing, but at the same time I do want them to look uniform and level. So just by looking at this, I see that there looks like there's one hole off. So I'm going to walk over to my wall and see if they did that for a specific reason, if maybe the spine, the ribs of the Airstream are off, or because not everything's perfect in this world, unfortunately, and see if I need to go ahead and go with that particular hole, or if I can drop it down maybe 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch. So, and then use my spacer tool to make sure that they're on par. So just something to take note. The top ones won't matter as much because there will be a layer overlapping that one, but this bottom half will be exposed because it's overlapping the lower half, and I want it to look nice. Pneumatic tool, rivet gun, put this nice piece of aluminum up. What I'm doing here, it's got my precision fan tool for river spaces. I got it set on 1 inch and I'm going every 5 inches. and make sure my piece is level as well. And I'm only doing one or so at a time, and I'm not pre-drilling all of them because the holes might change. So as the metal goes up. But I can scout my next line and I can make sure that I'm hitting the rib. And then when I go to pop rivet it, I'll pull the coating off just in this little section for right now. I'm starting in the middle too because you don't want to start on your ends and then have a big bow in the middle. Or I don't. So I figured I would start in the, I got my holes sort of matched up just to fit it. But whenever I start pop riveting, I took this one out so it would sit flush, and then I can do my center, and then I can go left or right or left, however you want to do it from there. It's going to keep from having a big bubble, because if this does get in the bind, it will crease for sure. We don't want that. Pneumatic air gun from Harbor Freight. It was supposed to be like 60 or 70 bucks. It rang up $45. Can't beat it. Cannot beat it. What's up? It is the next morning, and yesterday was a 12-hour day, and it was a rough one. So started out with the roll of aluminum and cutting out the side panels. I'm leaving plastic on for right now, but this guy, I had to reroute him and rewire the whole sub panel again, move it for like the third time. And hopefully that is its final home. Look how shiny that stuff is. Hey. So I have to do some of this stuff because I'm doing the cabinet build out, which makes it tricky because I'm in the middle of doing bathroom build out, but then I got to do like walls and insulation videos. So just bear with me, bear with the channel. Some of the smaller stuff, you won't. I've been doing a lot of smaller stuff, and sometimes you see progress, but these panels. There's going to be a lot of transformation, a lot of change fairly quickly. So you'll see visually you'll see a lot of change happening fairly soon with the insulation and the aluminum paneling. So pretty excited to see that come along, and I just have to do some of this. It's like the chicken before the egg. Do you put the panels up first or not, and try to build the cabinets and all that? But the bathroom I sort of had to because I was framing it out. So thought I'd do it while I can because it's a pretty tight spot back there. But I'm getting ready to go have a business meeting with my buddy James, who I shoot cinematography for his company, and I'm going to be back to try and figure out what next. back at the end of the day. It's been a tough couple days, I'm not gonna lie. Just a lot of taking my time, working with expensive material and electric. So let me show you a little bit what I got so I don't start rambling. Still got the plastic on it because I want to protect it during the build out, but you can see how shiny it is. It's going to be interesting. Should make it look a lot bigger. You know, mirrors make things look bigger than they appear. Put in the plug-ins, the light switches. Got bedroom, porch, kitchen, and then living room. And then of course the thermostat. Then I did that side too. Gonna put that outlet on. I was taking measurements off of it. Basically just like a house, roughly 45 inches up, 15 or so inches off the countertop. But there's the bathroom lights and fans. Let's see if they... Bathroom light, bathroom fan, and that kicks on the fan to the Nature's Head as well. So someone comes in here, showers, uses the bathroom, they can just kick the fan on for a little bit and nobody has to worry. And it's not running constantly. So it's a mess in here. Again, looks like a bomb went off. We're getting it done. So a lot of fast moving stuff. I mean, it is it's really coming along. I know it doesn't look like it now, but it's a far cry from where it was, or where it has been the past year or so. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's turning out beautifully. But I'm just gonna keep on trucking. I don't even know what to call this video. I was doing the bathroom, but I had to do the walls to before I finished out the bathroom. So I'm probably gonna stop with the walls here and then jump back into the bathroom sometime at the end of this week or the beginning of next week and finish that build out. But I'm gonna put them all on playlists regardless. So maybe that'll help people as they go and as people find these videos. But with that being said, I hope you like the content. I know I couldn't do too much explanation on this one because it just took so much focus and it was pretty repetitive. I mean, I don't know how many times I could shoot me putting a pop rivet in a wall, but I did a couple times just to demonstrate the tools I was using. The fan tool, the precision fan tool for the rivet spacing is amazing. Like, that's really is what is going to keep everything nice and buttoned up and looking better than factory, in my opinion. So if I can think of anything else, oh yeah, if you like this content, a lot of this stuff this is basically a tiny home. So if you're into tiny homes, if you're into vans, if you're into RVs, it's all the same. So hopefully this will help out a broad spectrum of people. And so I encourage you to share it, tune in, tag your friends, like the video, comment. Any of that helps. There's a lot of work that goes into these videos, and like I showed you the sub panel in 3 seconds. It took me 3 hours to wire it, so I could show the work that I've done for the most part. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, feel free to drop them down below. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to like the video if you want. And I hope you enjoy. Until next time, peace.